Hi, I'm Joey, and this is We Love College Waterski, the podcast series where I'm going to talk to every collegiate ski team in the country. This week, my guests are Ange Werning, Jillian Palmer, and Casey Plambeck. They're all from Western Michigan. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name is Casey. I'm just our current team president. So we've been on the team for my fourth year now. So
Nice. My name's Jillian. I was recently elected as the vice president of our ski team, and this is going to be my second year on the team.
My name is Ange. I am the women's captain, and this will be my fourth year on the team.
Great. So how long have all of you guys been water skiing?
yeah, since I can remember, honestly, those skis were very small and wooden when I started.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say since I was little, like when they have the skis like tied together and you're just trying to get up, but definitely for a while.
My dad forced me to try when I was like 5 and didn't let me get out of the water until I got up, and it was horrible. So I got up when I was 5, and then I didn't ski again until college.
Oh, that's a horrific way to ski, but now you're here. So how'd you guys find Western's team?
Ange, go ahead. I think you got a good one.
I was just walking to physics class my sophomore year and stumbled upon the boat, and I was like, those people are kind of cool. So walked up to them and they were like, yeah, join the team. And then I came out after cheer tryouts and decided not to do cheer for the ski team. So that's my story.
Yeah, we had our boat parked on campus right in the middle for an event, and so we do a lot of recruiting that way. So it's really cool getting to see our nice 2016 Malibu boat sit on campus. It really helps our team's outreach. For me, I already knew they had a team because I went to Grand Valley for a semester. Was aware that they had a team. I knew I wanted to transfer to Western for a different program that Grand Valley didn't offer. So I came in the summertime just to join the water ski team here. So
Nice. I was just doing like a lot of skiing with my family at home, and then I was like, I really want to ski while I'm at Western, so I'm gonna try to find a way to do that. And I looked it up, and turned out we had a ski team, and I contacted them and just started skiing.
Awesome. And so what's it like to ski for Western? Like practices, tournaments, whole spiel?
I would say it's I'm not sure how all collegiate programs run. I'm assuming pretty chill, but skiing for Western is pretty chill. We don't really have like a set practice schedule. We kind of do it, you get what you put into it. So when you come out a lot, practice a lot, that's the people who are making the big strides and stuff. So it's kind of a free for all. Sign up on our little sign up sheet, come out that day, and then ski as much as you want, or just sit on the boat and relax and watch everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say it's really chill. Everyone is like welcoming and like super helpful to each other. So it's not like kind of a high pressure situation. It's just like you notice that Casey's really good at slalom, so you're like, Casey, please teach me. And then if you want to like get better at tricks, you can just always ask around, and everyone's down to help. So it's definitely welcoming for sure.
we have the advantage of having a boat and a course, so we do get to get some sets through our course, and then we also love to trick ski at Western. So we've been pretty competitive actually with 360s and just stuff on trick skis. So
Nice. And what do you guys do? Like in my mind, I've always hated trick, so it's always shocking to me when people like it. So how do you guys like foster a love for trick?
I think it started last summer when we didn't have a slalom course to practice on. And at that time, I had kind of I got really good coaching for trick. So I think the hardest part about trick is not knowing what to do on that thing because it's so damn slippery. But I think right when we got that slalom course, when we didn't have it, I was like, team, this year we're gonna get good at trick skiing because that's what we got right now. So I think that's what kind of motivated us, although not having the slalom course was a hassle.
I would say what motivated me to get better at trick was the first time I ever went out and tried to trick. It was super choppy, super windy. I actually went out with Ange and her boyfriend Danny. As we all know, they're both amazing trick skiers. So they were kind of like, yeah, man, like just get up, like you got it. And I was definitely struggling, barely got up. And then Danny just went out there and showed off, and I was like, wow, okay, I want to be like good. So I just kind of kept asking Ange for like what to do and like how to get better, and I just kept trying, I guess. So yeah.
All right. All right.
Aw.
I know for me, the hardest part about trick is like getting comfortable on a ski enough to like do any turns. So what have you guys done to like get new people to get to the point where they're comfortable enough on the ski to like actually use it?
Um, so I think the thing we normally do to start with trick skiing is well, after getting up, which we do give, plenty of advice on form on how to get up, and we do have a lot of success getting people up. So we like them to just start doing little, start to do wake jumps, and then you often fall with that, and that's a pretty quick way to teach you to, put some front foot forward weight, and you gotta be careful with your edges. So
Yeah, I would say I think Western doesn't stress the points at all at first on the trick ski. So at least when I think I see a beginner, the first like 2 days they come out, I don't say anything about points. I just say get up, ride around, get comfortable on the ski. And then once I see a little bit more stability, then I could start talking about, try swiveling that side slide or something like that, because I think I've seen the most growth in a skier the more comfortable they are on the ski, even if you're just riding around on it and not doing tricks. So
I think something that helped me with the team was obviously when I first learned how to do trick, which was like a few months ago. Something that helped me was they kind of helped me relate it in terms that made sense to me. So I'm a dancer, so we would kind of talk about like how exactly to put my weight on my feet and like how to relate that to dance terminology, which I thought was cool that they were like so adamant to help me understand it better. So I think it's just finding ways to be creative to like really make sure they understand the pointers they're giving.
Perfect. It's always great to hear someone put like change terms to relate it towards like what you already know. And you guys mentioned not having a course last summer. What happened to what happened to it?
we were in the middle of two lakes, so we were just kind of like being bumped from one lake that was flooded to one lake that needed course maintenance, and so we ended up just working and doing that course maintenance. That's how we were able. The course is in, I think, 57 feet of water, so we had to drop down some new like sub anchors, and we had help from the guy that sponsors us at that lake though. But
Okay. And when you guys get beginners out for slalom, what's your team philosophy towards it?
so I can speak quick first, but Ange could probably help me. I think, personally, I like to, once we get somebody up on one ski, we do some free rides, just giving them cuts, but I always personally like to, let them just shadow some buoys at the course. I think the first time someone goes through a course can teach them a lot about skiing. But
I would agree. Yeah. So same principle as the trick ski. I think just getting comfortable on the slalom ski. I mean, as I've mentioned, I don't think anybody on Western's team has three evented before coming to Western, let alone some people haven't even water skied. So a lot of the time it's just getting comfortable on that slalom ski and then shadowing buoys in the course. I know the way I learned when I first joined was try to go around 135 and shadow 246. So just pointers like that.
Great. And then do you guys do any two ski slalom on there? I know a lot of teams will teach kids how a course on jumpers.
We've tried a lot. I think a lot of the times people shy away from the two skis because they've never been to a collegiate tournament and they don't understand how welcoming and amazing and influencing the environment is, that they're shy away from the two skis because it doesn't look as good as the slalom ski. It's not as cool, quote unquote. But in reality, like, everyone's just happy to see people out there and on the water. So we try to motivate it, but it doesn't always sit well.
So we're also not afraid to send our wakeboarders through that course at, 20, 22 miles an hour. We've done it at many tournaments and they've scored us plenty of points. So
Nice. I always love seeing wakeboarders like run through the course. I forget, some guy from my team who's a big wakeboarder. He figured out he could do it after he graduated, and then he's like throwing O's and side slides around buoys just because he has so much time, but he just never knew he could do it. So if anyone's listening and has a wakeboarder, let them go through the course. You'll probably score some good points. And then, so moving on from like Jalalaming to jump, do you guys have access to a jump site?
No, we don't, unfortunately. Sometimes the David Heisman sends us some guest passes for a site about an hour away from our campus, but we don't get them very often. And we usually send our girls out when we can because we're trying to grow that women's team. We know how much big of a difference that makes in the Midwest.
we did get a really great jump clinic in this summer at West Shore Ski Club, though. They let us, I think, go off their jump. I mean, it might have been like 8 times. So that was taught a lot.
And it's only $35, right, Casey?
Yeah, it was very cheap. So
yeah, at West Shore, that's an awesome clinic.
Yeah, I know my intro to jumping was similar to another teammates of mine. It was actually like at the tournament, like mid competition. They had me go on the jumpers and we knew the guy who was spotting on the boat and he was like, yeah, if you look good enough on the jump skis, I'll send you off the ramp. So I kind of put the skis on for the first time, got in the water, and he was like, I guess it looks good. And he told me to go off the ramp. So that was the intro. And that's how most of us learn, is just mid competition. So.
Nice. How'd that jump go?
Unfortunately, I do let go of the rope as soon as I hit the end of the jump right now. I don't know why. It's like instinct, just like let go. So it's coming along. Definitely some trial and error, but we're getting there.
Nice. And then, so without a jump, do you guys work on like anything with the jumpers for practice, or is it just tournaments? Just pop them on and hope?
We do have 2 pairs of team jumpers, which is really cool. We have a pair of 72s, and I'm pretty sure almost a lot of the team uses, and 80s. And then, so what we try to motivate is get the jump skis on during the summer, before tournaments, just cruise around on them, because just like trick skiing and slalom skiing, the more comfortable you are riding around on them, the better your jumps are. And we do another drill with beginning jumpers where we hold the rope from the boat. We have them go on the side of the boat that the ramp is on and tell them to get in their jump form, I guess you would say. So athletic stance, how they chest up, knees to the knees, basically. And then let go of the rope and then see how well they glide on the water, unknowingly that the rope is going to be let go. So if they fall back on their back, or if they dive forward, that means they were either too forward or too back. And if they were successfully able to glide and then just sink in the water, that means they have good pressure and ready to hit the jump. and just
Yeah.
clean the wakes as much as possible.
Yeah, we also like to clear the wake, send them over it, because that keeps your skis straight. Practice it. But
Oh yeah, I know. When I was first learning to land, biggest thing I was taught was to just pop off the wakes, hope I land. Yep. And then, so going back to what Jillian was saying about, do you guys have anything to get like over the fear of the ramp? Have you guys have any techniques to try and help kids with that?
we give them McChickens. if and if you could probably explain that better.
Yeah, Western has like an ongoing McChicken bet on like everything. So like if you jump over 40 feet, I'll give you 8 McChickens. Like it's just always there since I've joined the team, I think. So
What's the most McChickens you guys have ever earned doing something ski related?
I think mine was 4 or 5. Yeah, and I think it was for going over 40 feet when I first joined the team. So
All right, no other McChickens. So that's actually a pretty good place to shift towards like what's your social team like? Like clearly you have this McChicken bet, but I'm sure there's other stuff to it.
Western, we're a pretty tight knit team. We hang out usually during the winter on at parties and things like that, and then during the summer, we practice a lot. I mean, we have like probably 3 to 5 kids who stay at Western and use the hell out of the boat. So there's a lot of people out there. That's how Jillian started coming out this year.
Yeah, I definitely say like over the summer, it's kind of like you just text whoever you know is in town. You can ski pretty much every day. Everyone's super welcoming. As far as like the social aspect, it's kind of like if they know of a party or they want to hang out, like everyone is just like super welcoming and like just wants to have fun together. So it's definitely a tight knit team. It's really cool.
Yeah, I have a bar in my house, and that is used on many Thursday occasions for the water ski team. So
Nice. So I feel like every team has got something. It's like either you're the first house bar I've heard of, but everyone's got like coolers, mini like I think Purdue at one point had like a specific fridge for the team. Like there's a padlock. I hope they don't have it because I'm pretty sure the passcode was whatever KO's NCWSA record was, and it's like that was only the team's drinks. It's a whole
That
big
is
thing about that.
hilarious.
Yep. And then, uh, so earlier you guys mentioned support from Dave. Do you guys have a lot of alumni support or local support for your team?
local support, we do actually have a decent amount of. We've got like a sponsor, Gull Lake Marine, and they help sponsor our boat. And then we have like some businesses that some business owners could, I would say that, always are calling us back on their docks and lifts and just having us do the most for them. But as alumni support, we don't really have strong alumni support. Dave was our previous coach, also an alumni, but he was coach of the team. So until recently, he accepted a new job. But yeah, Dave, we used to have our boat at his house on his lake here in Kalamazoo. And that was amazing. So anytime we needed to use the boat, he was there to coach us and give us just the best advice. But we are putting an alumni banquet together, so that way we can try and formulate some more alumni relations. So
Yeah, I know. Speaking about like an alumni banquet, that can be an awesome fundraiser for you guys to do. I know whichever teams that have done them uh, usually bring back a good amount of money because especially for young alumni, like everyone within the first like 5 years after college, when people have like their first couple years of like a big kid job, like they're like, I've got so much money. What am I gonna do with it? I spend $400 on this, I don't know, towel rack shaped like a ski. Well, yeah. Do you guys do much fundraising?
A lot of our fundraising is derived from docks and lifts. So we probably get like 10 to 15 projects in the fall and the spring. And that's how we do a lot of our fundraising. We used to do the bake sales on campus, but turns out we're not very good bakers. So
Oh yeah, we have to fundraise, I'd say, like we get $1,000 a year from our school, which is very helpful for our boat lease. Well, very helpful in just our team expenses. But then we still pay a boat lease on top of that. So that roughly like $4,000 is all fundraised every year through docks and lifts. And then sometimes we'll come up with small fundraising things, but our majority has been manual labor. So.
Alrighty. So do you guys have any like established goals for the next year that you guys want to try and achieve? Either fun, like we just talked about fundraising, but that membership, tournament results.
I think the goal for Western for the past few years has always been regionals and hopefully nationals. I think each year we're slowly starting to grow bigger and more depth in the team. It's been really cool to watch the women's team grow as once I started, I think there was 3 of us when I joined the team, and now there 3 on e-board or 4. There's 4 on e-board now, and like almost 10 girls on the team. So it's been really cool to watch the women's team grow. That was kind of my first set stone, I think, when I became women's captain, because it was just me and 2 other girls. So yeah, that's been really cool. So I would say the main goal is regionals.
Great. And have you guys looked into how you're looking for regionals next year? Like, do you know how close you are?
I know we placed, I think, 9th place, or I believe it was 9th place the last 2 times. Maybe it's 8th place. Yeah, to top 8 have gone on, but we've placed 9th at our Great Lakes Conference regionals ever in the last 2 years. So, but I think this year we would have had honestly like a really good chance because we were killing it in our trick skiing, but we obviously didn't really get the opportunity to compete because of COVID. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this past season would have been a really good year for us now that we had all those women's team slots filled up at every tournament, which is exciting for Western. And we had like 2 or 3 girls running the course and 2 or 3 landing jumps. So we were really hopeful for this year.
Oh. Do you guys know if you're going to be able to be a part of the spring season that's kind of half happening?
Yeah, we are currently working with our school, but we've had to write, some like COVID documents, like just basically stating what our intentions are. And we're working with basically like our university leadership to kind of like ensure that we can, so they are ensuring that we can compete safely this season. So.
Nice. And then, so earlier, you guys talked a little bit about like expanding the women's team a lot. I know a lot of teams like struggle with that. Did you guys do anything specific to help get more girls or just more people to come around?
Yeah, honestly, it was our change of like leadership on the team. We started just like putting women kind of like, just like in leadership roles, and that just attracted more girls to our team. So. that's kind of the biggest notice I've seen over the last 2 years.
I think when I first joined too, I mean, it was a little, because the first few times I had gone, it was all guys in the boat. So I think being the only girl sometimes is pretty intimidating. And I think once you have 4 or 5 girls, even more girls want to join, because then it's not like it's the only girl or stuff like that. Putting girls in leadership positions, like Casey said, I think helped grow a lot. And then putting more girls on the social media page, which also attracts guys too. So yeah.
All right, great. So I've only got 2 more questions left for you guys. So first one is like, what's been your favorite part of being like in collegiate water ski?
So competitions are like super fun, but on even more fun than competitions is just like how we get to have a summertime like group of friends and like a boat to always be trying to improve like our water ski skills on. I think like that's just like so much fun being able to take out our boat and work on skiing with like, this best group of like competitive friends.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's really a plus to have such like a close-knit team and have everyone that like you're friends with always skiing with them all summer long. It's definitely like a draw to the team. I think probably the best thing is that like you're constantly improving on something you love, and it's kind of a unique sport. I mean, like not everyone water skis, so having people that know how to ski so well and then like having other people to share that love for, it's just kind of cool like being able to experience that with other people, because I know like when you're growing up, not everyone around you skis. So it's definitely cool.
I would say my favorite part is the tournament atmosphere. Having a close knit team is awesome, but just going to the tournament and watching all these college kids and how much they love all being together, it honestly is a feeling that I'm probably going to hang on to for the rest of my life. And just watching how supportive everybody is for you, whether they're on your team or not, like during chants and stuff like that, like I always do Western's chants, and if I'm on the dock, like MSU is there and they're doing Western's chant, and like, or everyone just wants to hear how everybody else's team did, and it's not like, oh, I'm gonna beat you guys. Like everyone's rooting for each other and excited about PBs and screaming on the dock and dance parties on the dock. Like those are, I think, the best moments about collegiate water skiing.
Oh, so one thing that I love to share, like after you guys all give your answers, is how much I love that I've done probably 10 interviews so far, and everybody's answer is always similar, where it's always comes down to the people. Like everybody loves everybody, and it's amazing. So with that last question, do you guys have like a single favorite like on the water memory? So like awesome passes, things like that.
I have a favorite on the water memory. Actually during late summer, like about to turn the boat, Ange and I went for a trick set together with Jay Phil, and he was driving, and it was like sun was like setting, and he was just like whipping us around. We were just like absolutely ripping it out there, and I just think it was like fun because it wasn't like competitive or anything. Yeah, the water was so nice. It was just fun to be like goofing around out there. But yeah.
My favorite on the water memory is kind of a recent trend we started doing with our water ski team. And that was after ski season was over, we were just kind of out there for fun at that point. We sold our boat for a month or two with our lease, and we decided to start doing some surfing. So we put bags in the boat, filled the thing up with people, and we just had like so much fun surfing behind our Malibu Response, which was like just enough push to keep us going. So it was definitely a move.
I think my favorite on the water moment was at conference last year during slalom. I had slalomed like crap for like so long, and I don't think I ran a single pass like the following weeks before. And it was my first time running 34 15 in a tournament, so that was so exciting. And then somehow getting around two ball at 22, and I remember I was crying in the boat with David 2 weeks before that. So he was like, we're going to teach you how to judge today. And so he was like, and you got to get back to the wake for that buoy to count. And I remember turning around too at conferences, and I was just kind of chilling out there because I knew I was going to get to 3. And I was like, wait, I got to get back to the wake. And I just edged it so hard. And then ended up, I think, getting first by a half a buoy. And ultimately, the best part was going to the shore and just everyone attacking me in the water and just being really happy for me. So having the team there for you definitely makes the best of it.
Yeah, Anchad totally pulled out and did first place overall at that conference tournament for women as well too. So very impressive.
Thanks,
Congrats.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's all I had. You guys have anything left you want to share before I stop recording?
Just that Western Fox. That's sort of our motto.
I would say if you're going to college or if you are in college, you should definitely check out to see if your university has a water ski team, because I guarantee you will not regret it, and it will probably change your college experience exponentially.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on for the interview. Thank you to everybody who's made it this far. Thank you all so much. I'm going to stop recording now.